Well, I'm a survivor of rap, so I was in a domestic abusive relationship, and things, started out great, but after being in the relationship for 2 years, things began to happen. And the first incident that happened, I didn't call the police, but as things escalated throughout the months, I wound up calling the police because of some vandalism that he did to a vehicle of mine. When the police arrived, they asked me to call RAP. I didn't call them at that time, but they were adamant that I did. As a victim of domestic violence, I was in the cycle, so I went back. I did not, at that time, seek RAP's help. We had to go to court. He got convicted of domestic violence or vandalism, but I still went back to him because that's what that's what we do in a domestic violence relationship. We go back. I didn't know what domestic violence was. I grew up with a family that my mother and father are still married. They did not fight. I wasn't aware. My mind was so manipulated that I was not aware that I was in a domestic violence relationship. I thought I was the only one on this world that could save this man. The second time I had to call the police, they again told me to contact RAP. At that point, I decided to Google it and see what is RAP. And in the midst of Googling RAP, seeing what they were, and starting to read about domestic violence and what that looks like, I realized I was in a domestic violence relationship. I didn't know. So I called RAP and I said, I need help. They set me up an appointment. I went in and they helped me. So I went to counseling sessions with them. They supported me. They were there at every hearing that we had, court-related hearing that we had. And held me accountable. And that's how I got involved. So the Safe Hope Center, having everything together, including for the rape victims, a nurse there for the sexual assault victims, is a wonderful, wonderful thing, and I'm super excited about it. I think because when it was not there when I was going through my my ordeal, so I would have to make a trip to RAP, and then I'd have to go over to the police station and talk to Sergeant French, and it was inconvenient. Going to the court to get the order of protection. There were so many different places that I had to go to get things done, that it was inconvenient. I can see how victims would get frustrated with that and just give up. I know from my own being a victim that they were there for me. I didn't want, when we went through the court and all the hearings and stuff, I didn't want my family involved, because I felt like if I didn't do this for myself, if I felt like my family was involved, then it wasn't me doing it. They were pushing me to make these decisions. So the only people that I wanted around me while I was going through this was RAP, and they were there for me, as my family. So they were there at every court hearing, sitting beside me. They helped me, they guided me all the way. So financially, these people that the community needs to know that RAP we need it. So we need them.